Good evening everyone. So, as promised from our introductory video yesterday, we're going to do a Yorkshire pudding demo. Probably have a bit of a chat whilst we're doing it. Didn't get around to doing it yesterday, as when I came to look to start recording, I found that we were running rather low on plain flour. So the wife's been out to do the weekly shop, today after she finished work, bless her, and she's brought me another bag, so we can do it. Well, I'd have needed to do it anyway because we're making Yorkshire puddings for Father's Day, ready for tomorrow. So this evening I'm just going to make the mix and then it can rest overnight. It's best to do that with Yorkshire pudding mix. You benefit from resting it. You tend to get better results, you get a better rise out of them, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to bake them on the next video. It'll probably be a quick video just to show you the results of what we've done today, but today we'll make the mix. I'll show you what I do, and yeah, you can, if you want, you can have a go at home. So I've got everything pretty much out. I just need to get some milk from the fridge and then we can start. I've got the eggs, I've got the plain flour, very important, plain flour. Do not use self-raising. Just don't go there. Yeah, I mean, you can try it if you want, but it won't work. So it's plain flour, eggs, as I say, and milk. And that's a very basic Yorkshire pudding recipe. So I'm just going to grab the milk from the fridge, so stand by. You'll have to accept my apologies. I'm a bit of a technophobe, and I don't have all the gadgets and cameras, and I've no idea about editing videos or anything, to be quite honest, to do with filming and media. I have no idea at all. So it is a bit off the cuff, this attempt at a YouTube channel. So it'll be interesting. So we'll see how we go from here. So right, anyway, Yorkshire puddings. So I always start, I get a jug, and I'm probably going to do, I always decide the size of the mix I want by the number of eggs I use, basically. So I don't need to physically or weigh anything or measure anything specifically. I always go off the number of eggs I use. So first off, I'm probably going to be looking to make about 8, probably 6 to 8 Yorkshire puddings. I can tell you how many this in particular mix makes when we bake them on the next video. Okay. So I'm going to go with a 3-egg batch. So what I do is I get my eggs, get my jug, and I just simply crack my eggs into my jug. It's 3 of them. I might be a bit ambitious saying 8. I'm not sure. I'd be happy with 6. So that's it. I use the 4 tin for Yorkshire puddings, so they're the larger ones. So then I get a marker pen and I look at the jug. I'm going to bring it a bit closer. Okay, can you see that all right? Okay, so I get the jug and you see the level where the eggs come to. I'm just going to mark on there where the level is with my marker pen. I'm not going to use the measurements already there. I'm going to make my own mark. So that level is where I want everything to come to. So the next thing will be the milk, and then after the milk it'll be the flour. And that's basically it. This is a really simple recipe. It's age old basic recipe. I'm going to put my eggshells into my food waste for my compost. So, I've got my eggs. I'm going to pop them into I'm using a It's basically a smoothie maker. It's my wife's smoothie maker. I like it for small batches of Yorkshire puddings and things like that. I use it. She's okay with me doing that. I'm going to adjust the camera again because you can't see me. So I've got my eggs. I've got all my eggs in there. And then the next job is I like to measure the milk next because the jug's still wet from the eggs. So it's that. And then measuring it to that mark that I made. And I'm happy with that. So I can show you without, I'm not going to be holding it steady like this. It's best to measure it on a flat surface, not really holding it up. Don't know if you can see very well. You can't really see it from there, can you? But it's at the mark, I promise. Okay. Right, and then that goes straight in. And then I'm going to wash this jug very quickly. Just rinse it out even. Whatever you do, don't wash your mark off. Because that's the mark you need for your flour now. If you lose that mark, you have no idea what quantity of eggs and milk you've got. So it's very important to keep that mark now. So dry it out thoroughly because your flour will stick to anything wet. And then you won't have the right quantity. So I've dried it out nice and thoroughly. Use my old flour first. I don't think I've got enough here for the entire thing. If I do, I'll be kicking myself. I bet I do as well. I could have made this video last night for you. Yeah, I've got more than enough there. So I'm going to take some out. I'm going to take a spoon. I'm going to remove some. Not too much flour. I'm going to give it a bang and a shake, just trying to make it level. I'm happy with it. Sits at the mark. I think the angle's a bit deceiving for you on the camera, but for me, looking at it, I'm happy with it. I might give it a tiniest bit more just for argument's sake. And I'm happy with that. So that's all going to go straight in to the blender. I'm going to blitz it nice and smooth, and then I'm going to rest this overnight. And then tomorrow morning, should have really nice Yorkshire puddings coming out of the oven, which you'll see on the next video. I've already got a couple of subscribers, so thank you very much. I'm not sure I've done anything to deserve them just yet, but I do thank you. It's very kind of you to take an interest. This is going to be quite loud, so I'm sorry about the audio, but just watch out. You might notice I've only put part of the flour in. I do that because it tends to all clump together and stick to the sides, and I don't like it. So I put part of the flour in and I put the other part of the flour in and blend it again. Nothing too technical about this. The basic rule is make sure you've got equal measures of everything. That's the basics. Basic rule. Another basic rule is give it some rest time, which we're doing because it's resting overnight, as they say. And that's it. I'm not adding any salt or pepper. Some people might ask why. I don't tend to Yorkshire puddings. At the end of the day, they're usually covered in gravy, which is well seasoned, and complemented with various other things that have been seasoned. And I do think that salt can affect the mix, the rising of the Yorkshire puddings. I think it affects the proteins of the egg, so I tend to not put salt in my Yorkshire pudding mix. You can do if you wish. Other people might disagree. I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's a needless risk, you know, especially when it's being complemented with other things that are seasoned. So finishing this off now, blending it again, so mind your ears. Right, that's all but done, to be honest. That is a Yorkshire pudding mix. That's going to go in the fridge soon after this video. I'm going to move you out the light. That's not nice for you. More there. Yeah, so that's going to go in the fridge overnight. I might give it another little blitz off camera, but that's it. Not adding anything else to that. And that should make a great, some great Yorkshire puddings for Father's Day. So we're having my wife's mum and dad over, the grandparents to our kids over for Father's Day. So we've got our little family gathering. Yeah, so we should have a nice meal. We've got roast beef, Yorkshire puddings, various vegetables. Yeah, looking forward to it. In other news, made a bolognese earlier on. For dinner, and last night I made chicken Kievs, homemade chicken Kievs. I did try to do a little short of me cutting the Kiev, because it's quite it's that exciting thing where you cut it open and you see like the butter oozing out. It does look quite effective. I'm going to try to post that soon. The wife took it on her phone and she tried to email it me, but it hasn't arrived in my email inbox, so I'm a bit confused as to why that is. But yeah, I might post that if at some point. It would have been a really good video to make a demo on chicken Kievs, because they're good fun. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of technique involved, and I think they're just, you know, they're a popular thing. You know, they're not really complicated. There is quite a bit of technique. So maybe as the channel goes on, if we're popular, I could do that. I could take suggestions. We could have a bit of fun with it. So what else have we got for today? So how is your day going? Mine's been alright. Been busy today. As I say, I've been cooking, doing bolognese. Went swimming this morning with the kids, swimming lessons. Our oldest, he's 3. He's a very good swimmer for a 3-year-old. He's very impressive. I'm really proud of him. And our youngest, he's just not long started. He's doing very well as well. Very comfortable in the water. The wife's been at work after that for a few hours this afternoon, and I've been doing dad duties. So I've been on a long walk. We've been playing football on the field, and just generally keeping the kids entertained, playing train tracks, reading stories. Yeah, it's been a busy day. Wasn't sure when I was going to get round to this. Luckily the wife brought the flour on the shop that I didn't need in the end up, as you've seen. I could have got away with doing it last night, but there you go. These things happen. Yeah, there's nothing much else to tell you. I'm enjoying a glass of wine, as you can see. Don't tend to drink much wine, but I happen to have a bottle of red that was gifted to me, and since I was making bolognese, I thought I'd open it and put a splash in the bolognese, and I thought, well, I'll enjoy a glass. It's pretty nice. Nice stuff. I'm not a massive wine connoisseur either, so you're not going to get me having a spiel over wine. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Tune in for the next video, which I should be making tomorrow. It's the baking of this mix. It's going to be embarrassing if they don't come up. They best come up, because I will not be happy. I might have to, if they don't come up, I'll be making another sneaky mix until they do come up. I can tell you that I am not posting flat Yorkshire puddings on this channel. It's not happening. So, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.